This is the Wiiviewer!
And the LittlWiiviewer.
And the LittlestWiiviewer.
And we're gonna review
Super Mario Maker.
For the Wii U.
the whole point of this game is that you can make your own levels or play other people's levels. And that's really it. It's Nintendo basically saying, ugh, we don't want to make another Mario game. You just do it for us. What'd you think of Super Mario Maker?
It was nice and easy to use.
No, I guess I like it.
I thought it was okay. I am not on this craze of the making levels. I just didn't care one bit about that. I enjoy playing levels. I don't enjoy making them. But it was easy enough to use. Now, graphically, I think the game looks great. I mean, you could switch between the different time periods and the different types of games, like the original Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. World, and even Super Mario Bros. U.
They even added drop shadows to everything, which is weird, but it works, and it makes it look different.
And I also like the fact that you can add your own sound effects. I thought that was fun.
I thought the sound effects altogether were just weirdly, really tacked in and didn't feel right.
Yeah, I disagree with you totally. I loved it. You can't use the custom sound effects in the user-made levels, which I think is wrong.
That's actually a very good idea, because this is the internet we're talking about.
Who cares if the sound effects are a little wrong?
There are children playing this game.
And there is a report button, so...
The actual maker part of this game, yeah, it was very easy to do. You just touch on the gamepad where you want the item to go or where you want Mario to be.
It was simple and easy to use.
And I liked all the little touches that they added.
Like how they sing the things you are placing. That's kind of cool, especially when it gets all high-pitched.
There's a lot of useless stuff like the hand that you could put up. It can be like different kinds of hands. I'm just like...
My favorite is the cat paw, by the way. Even though there's like about half a dozen of those.
It's terrible. You can't see what you're putting down.
Well, you can't see on the TV. You can see fine on the gamepad.
It's annoying to have other people watch me make these levels and constantly seeing this huge hand in front of the TV.
That's why I switched it immediately to the small one.
Do you agree that it's too big?
It's just a nice little touch. It doesn't really matter because you're not looking at the TV at any time during this game.
Yeah, there were a lot of little touches like that. Like
shaking a Goomba makes it explode, which does absolutely nothing.
Shaking a lot of things changes them.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Place a bunch of question mark blocks, and then you can start playing the fly swatting minigame for Mario Paint.
You could also do this by repeatedly shaking munchers. It's a random chance.
I wish they would show a counter on the screen showing how many blocks you could put down, how many enemies you could put down, and all that other stuff. It is limited on some of the items.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 for blocks and 100 and everything else.
Why not put the counter up?
Because there's way too many groups.
I mean, what if you're making a level and you're like designing, and then you're like out of blocks?
To not get that much technical, there's a lot of groups that it goes into. So, like, there'll be enemies, and then there's an arrow category, warp pipe category, like...
That's even more of a reason to go ahead and just give us a counter.
Like 7 counters at once?
No, every time you click on it, it brings up a little counter going 7 of 100. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's just...
The thing is, you're not going to run out unless you are putting platforms, roofs on your levels, which you could just make the player assume that the roofs are above the screen.
In order to upload a level, you're going to have to beat it first, and I thought that was a brilliant idea.
What did you think? That you just upload an impossible level?
It's just a simple thing I wasn't expecting.
It also limits you to your skill level, so you can't make a level that's higher than your skill.
You can only upload 10 levels from the start, but over time, as you get more people to star your levels, you could upload more and more levels up to, I believe, a cap of 100.
Wow. But you have to get a lot of stars to get that.
Yeah, I think the first few medals are way too much, because the first one is 50, which is just 5 stars per, and at that state of the game, you don't really know what people like and what people dislike, because, you know, you're just beginning.
I think you're completely wrong. I think 50 stars makes it so that you want to make good levels and put time into them, which a lot of people in this game don't think to do.
But at least if you don't want to upload it, they give you plenty of room to like save your levels. And what's kind of cute is that they have it as well, World 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4.
You can even play the levels in order.
Isn't that nice? So playing the levels, they give you the option to do a 10 Mario challenge or a 100 Mario challenge. Basically the 10 Mario challenge is you beating the levels that Nintendo came up with, and the 100 Mario challenge is beating the levels that users came up with.
For beating the 100 Mario challenge, you get an amiibo costume too, which is very helpful because that means you don't have to buy a single amiibo to get the costume. The costumes are just in the original Super Mario Bros. Theme. They let you disguise as a certain character.
And they have sometimes special moves, wouldn't you say?
They don't have anything special to them.
They do special moves, as in, I mean, they don't just do the normal sprite walking. Sometimes they'll like roll in a ball, or they can squish into a squid.
Well, yeah, but it's all just cosmetic.
Right, but at least there's different moves.
Sure.
What was your favorite costume?
Spring Mario.
I didn't really play with that too much.
Actually, it would be Mario Kart because that's just a fun one in general.
When I say 10 Mario and 100 Mario, I'm talking about lives. They give you 10 lives or 100 lives. But you can get more lives easily in this game. They make it super easy to get them.
Yeah, but you can only stock up to 3 in one level. That way it's not like overpowered where you have a restock room and you get 1,000,000 lives.
As for 10 Mario Challenge, you unlock for clearing that absolutely nothing until you clear every single last level in which you unlock the Nintendo World Championships levels. Then after you beat those, you get a special prize.
What's the special prize?
In the original Super Mario Bros. Theme, you could get a weird mushroom, guaranteed, which is a random chance normally.
It makes
It's
you
the
turn
same
into
thing.
Luigi, basically.
That didn't look anything like Luigi.
It gives you Luigi physics.
It looked like he went on Slim Fast and said, you know what? 10 weeks later, I'm going to the beach.
Except instead of 10 weeks, it's exactly 1 millisecond.
Did you like playing user-made levels?
A lot of them weren't great. I played 100 Mario Challenge several times, and a lot of them were just random things, and I didn't think they were really great.
Were there any real standouts that you enjoyed?
No, not really.
I don't like the auto levels, which everyone seems to be making and everyone likes, because I like to play my levels. Sure, it's creative, but not when everyone's doing it. I want to see ideas that no one's really tried to take on before.
I agree. The user-made levels were very easy to get into, and they were quick to go to the next one. You could put comments on the level and star it if you like it.
It was a really well thought out system where like you can star things really quickly, even though most people forget to.
Or, don't actually like the level.
I think the stars took too long to register. It should have been a lot quicker.
Depends on how quickly you can connect to the Nintendo Wi-Fi.
Right, sometimes it's like 20 seconds, wasn't it?
Maybe it's rush hour.
It doesn't matter. It should be super fast.
It should, it's just, it has to go to Miiverse and then back.
No, what it could do is see that you start it, move on to the next thing, and then in the background, give the start to the person.
Then that would put too much strain.
You think this is pushing the Wii U's power?
Or, the internet itself. Because, you have to retrieve the level as well as the star.
If this is breaking down the internet, then there's a problem with the internet. So, Super Mario Maker, LittlWiiviewer, would you buy, rent, sale, or skip?
I would say buy because it's a very good pick up and play and then put down and then do it again the next day. It encourages short play sessions and at the same time lengthy ones as well.
How about you, LittlestWiiviewer? Would you buy, rent, sale, or skip?
Buy, because I thought it was quite fun to actually make the levels and to see who actually played them, because it's actually more frequent than you might think for people to actually play the levels.
What I didn't like was the way that Nintendo has it set up. Yeah, I always saw the same levels in the featured.
That
didn't
means
you?
they're popular.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is they should randomize it with and say, hey, these are brand new levels that just came out, and we think they're cool.
Yeah, but they're all about just what gets the most views. So it's just going to snowball as more people see the more popular ones, and they're never
Or-
going to leave the spot.
That's right. So the point is, you're always going to have the same levels as your favorites.
Yeah.
They need to reset it every day. I just think they need to revamp that.
I think if you are one for playing levels and not actually making them, you should skip it though, because there's not a lot of playing. There's mainly just the pre-made levels that are actually good, and then a few people who actually take time to make levels.
So you both say buy, but you're kind of pointing that if I don't enjoy making levels, you should skip it. And I don't think you should go that far.
Yeah, I think playing is like very much worth it for your time. The levels that are out there, even though some are hit and miss, they're still fun.
Half of this game to me was a big, I don't really care about it. But I wouldn't say skip this game, because there's a lot in here to enjoy. What I did love was playing other people's levels. Bad or good, they were still fun to me, because I liked seeing the creative energies that people have put into levels. But I do think $60 is way overpriced.
It should have been the same price as Captain Toad.
$40?
Yeah.
You know what? I agree with you. If this looks like something that you might enjoy, yeah, you should go ahead and buy it. But if it's just something that you're like, that looks interesting, I just wait till it goes on sale. Well, that's our review of Super Mario Maker. Why don't you check out our previous review of Mario Golf 64? Or check out our classic review of
Excite Bike.
the thing I did for the Play Choice 10.
It has a level creator.
And it came out for the Virtual Console, that Excite Bike Versus. I don't think it's the same thing.
And it's also on the 3DS as a 3DS Classic, which has save slots for your levels.
Ooh.
32 of them, in fact.
I thank you guys for watching this review, and please subscribe.